Turning now to your community focus. He announced his retirement this summer, but he's staying at the helm until the end of the year. Joining us now in studio, Barrington Town Manager Jim Cunha. Thanks so much for being here.
You're very welcome, Kim.
So I want to start with a topic that I've been tracking now for a while, the Belton Court property. I've been seeing on social media there's some demolition happening there. People might know it as the old Zion Bible College. What's going on with that property?
Well, that property sold to a Shine Harmony group about 8 years ago, and they came to the town with a plan, a master plan to develop a senior living community, which is exactly what we needed and we wanted. They had a tax stabilization plan put in place, and we expected things to move along rather quickly. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and we've been working very hard to get things moving, and we think we've finally done that. As you mentioned, the demolition of several of the buildings that can't be rehabbed is happening, and they're working on a new master plan that they're going to present to us within the next couple months. So hopefully within a year or two we're going to see some construction going on and we'll have a nice senior community. That's fantastic. So some progress being made there finally.
I want to talk about another piece of property in Barrington. My colleague Ted Nisi reported on the Monastery that was up for sale back in June. What's the status of that?
Well, the town has signed a purchase and sale agreement with the Diocese of Providence. The sale price was $3.5 million, and at the financial town meeting, our residents approved us to try and purchase the property. We are currently in the due diligence stage, but we have the purchase and sale agreement signed, and hopefully within a few weeks we'll be closing and moving forward. We're also looking to develop that property, but it's going to be a community decision. We're going to have people from the community coming in, working together in public hearings to try and determine what's the best use. Open space, another senior community. It's a beautiful piece of property with waterfront views. A nice senior community there would also work very well for us, but that's going to be a decision the community is going to make.
To be determined. All right, we will wait and see. Barrington is expected to get nearly $5 million in American Rescue Plan funds. Any sense of what you'll use that money for?
Yes, well, we've already designated $1.6 million of it to go to the renovation of the sewage treatment plant, which is in East Providence. We share it. It's in Riverside, but it's in need of some renovation. So that's one of the absolute infrastructure projects that you can use. So the town council has authorized us to put $1.6 million of that money towards the sewer. That leaves us about 3.5 left. And how are we going to use that? We formed an ad hoc committee made up of representatives from a lot of our boards and commissions, and we're going to review a list, a matrix of all the potential projects we could have. The money is somewhat restricted, so we have to have projects that can, but we're looking at web access. We're looking at sidewalks. We're looking at roads. A lot of things. What we want to do is use it for capital projects to save our taxpayers in the out years.
Anyone who's taken the East Bay bike path knows just how beautiful it is. But I know the bike path bridges in Barrington have been a source of some frustration. Who is paying the bill for those repairs to those bridges?
Rhode Island Department of Transportation is paying the bill. So that bike path and those bridges are owned by them. They closed them over 2 years ago. The community of Barrington, as well as the rest of the East Bay communities, is extremely concerned with that ongoing project. It's dangerous. We have dozens of children that use that as a commuting route on their bicycles every day, and we don't need another tragedy like the one they had in Bristol several years ago. We've instilled some extra crosswalks. We've been working with DOT. DOT is supposed to put out a request for proposals to get those bridges replaced. However, they have not yet committed to replacing those bridges, and we're using all our influence with our town council, our state legislators, to try and influence them to replace those bridges. It's a beautiful bike path, and it's unfortunate that we've got the dangerous detours we currently have. The sooner we can get it fixed, the better off we're all going to be.
Any timeline on that at this moment?
Well, we're hoping to have the RFP out within the next few months and probably get proposals in next spring, and it'll be a 2-year construction. So we're talking 2025 probably at the earliest.
Access to the shoreline has been a hot topic this summer. What is Barrington doing to make sure that people have public access to the coastline there?
Well, it's a balance. It's a balance between people having access to the shoreline and people who own property near the shoreline having, you know, their proper quality of life. We've taken a look at all our streets and what streets we can allow parking on, which streets are too narrow for parking. Unfortunately, most of the points of access are at the end of these narrow little residential roads. And to open them up for parking would not only have an impact on the quality of life of the neighbors, but would also have an impact on fire and rescue services. So we're taking a look at them. The town council is going to review our no parking to see where we can allow parking to allow greater access and to see where it just isn't appropriate. So we'll be doing that over the next several months.
And as I mentioned at the top of our conversation, you're going to be retiring at the end of this year. What are your plans, and who's going to replace you?
Well, that's a good question. Right now we're taking applications, and there's a committee with the town council that's going to take a look at who can replace me. I'm going to enjoy retirement. I had 30 years of naval service. I've had 5 years of service to the residents of Barrington, and I'm looking forward to enjoying life and moving forward.
Sounds good. Congratulations again on your retirement. Barrington Town Manager Jim Cunha, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Kim. I appreciate the opportunity.